Welcome back to Takabola Gaming. My name is Takabola. Today we are continuing our run in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom, playing Kaiba's campaign. This mission is Aid from Afar. Excuse me. And in this one, you only get 4 marshals. I've done some changes. I've played a little bit longer on my campaign, a personal campaign. And as much as I do love everyone has, a special attack and knock them out. If those special attacks can't do a lot of damage, then there's limited use for them, and there are a lot of uses for a team like this that doesn't have any special attack, just has a lot of action points, and 2 of these power-up items. Each one. So this one can knock out a team just as fast as those special teams. So I've changed out a little bit of what I'm using. Specifically, I took out the basic insect and, what was this called? This guy here, the Midnight Fiend, because they start with low attack power. And I put in monsters that can use power-up items. So in this case, Giant Red Sea Snake, that had an okay-ish starting attack power. In this case, Giant Red Sea Snake that can use Beast Fangs, and Tiger Axe that can use the Silver Bow and Arrow and the Legendary Sword combination. Dark King of the Abyss, these monsters with this orange on there, those are Darklands monsters. They can use a Black Pendant, and I haven't been able to get one of those yet. I'm hoping to get a lot of those soonish. I hope it will come up, but I have those there. I'm not taking bones, though. In this one, I wish I could get rid of one of these, but oh well. Along those lines, for now I'm going to keep Dark Rabbit in because he can use that, Beast Fangs has it there. And his ability, his spinning punch, will eventually get a chance at lowering action points of the enemy monster, and that's really valuable. So I think I'm going to leave that one in there. The green right there is what I'm thinking of eventually avoiding. That is a dragon-type monster, and it cannot get any power-up items. It can get something called Dragonic Attack, I think it is, and that just makes it so the attack will never miss. But that is the ones that I have to look at. We've got right now Spiked Seadra that I'm keeping in because it will eventually get a special, and then right now, just powerful monsters, I think, is all we're keeping these in for. Parrot Dragon and Two-Headed King Rex. Two-Headed King Rex will eventually become a polymerization monster, I think within the campaign, which is rare, so it's worth keeping. But other than that, I want to avoid them. Every other monster class gets a special power-up. Oh, hey, you can get Book of Secret Cards. Well, let's use Book of Secret Arcs on you. That's Spellcaster. Okay. So that purple is Spellcaster. This is the Beast Fangs. Would go with that one. This is Mechanic, so it gets Shock Shell that I have there. You can see the Beast Fangs going in here. Okay, the Beast Fangs is there. That's the Black Pendant. It's the Dark Pendant or whatever it is. Darklands monster. I have a lot of those. I really need those. Lots of Darklands here. This entire team is Darklands. Can I... I'm going to actually take Dark Chimera out and switch this out. Alright, so Dark Chimera goes there, and you go here. Because, as much as I haven't used this Marshal and probably won't for a while, Mokuba will eventually be taken from us, and I don't want to keep using him forever. So balance that out a little bit more. We'll have him longer. We'll have Labyrinth through there longer than Mokuba. Well, maybe I should switch these teams out until then, at least. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, no, we'll do this, because you still have your items, so... Yeah, we'll keep them as they were. We'll keep them as they were. You're too slow to have in the middle. Have that just so it's flying. That's worth a thought, too. Do I have flying, walking, flying. Okay, that's a good balance. That's good. These are, Beast, Darklands, Warrior, Darklands, Beast, the dragon, the one dragon right there. So I'm going to actually take him off and put him over here, because I don't have... I have the dragon treasure on you, don't I? We'll leave it alone there. Might be worth... Let's put Tiger Axe on here. This is what I've been doing. So you're seeing a little bit of what I do in the offlands, but this is what we're doing here. And so I've got those few dragons. I'm probably going to get rid of a lot of those, unless there's something really special about them specifically that I want to use. Like Spike Cedar does get the... Spike Cedar will probably be able to keep the spot on the team because it is a sea monster that has a special that attacks all enemies, and I can use that on my Navy team for my naval marshals. But you only have 2 of those in the game, so I may just say I don't want to worry about a naval marshal. So we'll figure out what happens with that. But we're going to take Weevil, Pegasus, Mokuba, and Kaiba. And in this one, I need to find Siriuna and go for that one to build things with, which maybe I should have taken my constructor. Oh well. These are desperate times, Kaiba. They've caught up and have us surrounded. We were so close. If we don't stop them here and now, we'll never do it. You're right, of course. But our enemy is strong and resistance will be difficult. I have never given up Pegasus. There is always a way out, always. So we have to take control of Rizfan, or Kaiba's team is wiped out, or Maradin falls to the enemy. So we're going to defend with Weevil. And I'm going to go ahead and build the barricade. Even though I'm trying to get stuff here. Now, a lot of these teams that are coming in for this mission, I'm remembering it here, are polymerization teams. So we'll show you a little bit of what I try to do against these teams and what you need to focus on. I think this might be the first polymerization team we faced. Might not be, I don't know. So what we have here is a team that wants to polymerize. Specifically, they want to polymerize between that blue bird and that orange bird. Oh, I get that there. To create a new monster that will have completely new health, completely new action points, a new everything about it. Usually they are pretty strong. This one I don't know exactly what it's called when it fuses together, but its attack will never miss. Usually those teams will have some sort of medicine alongside it. It's good that one attacked first and waited. We have a shot at knocking something out. The way these teams usually work for the AI is they have one polymerization item on each monster that's required. Sometimes it's just one. Take a look at that first. If it's just one, focus on the other one. We'll get to why that is. What happens is that if they are low in health, so probably lower third, I think. If they are low in health, when it becomes their turn and they have the polymerization monster or item, they will use that item to fuse and create a new monster with new health and everything like that. If that happens, my advice is to run. It's a little bit cheesy. Some people like to fight it through, but my advice is to run because then the monster just goes away and they're unfused to start the next battle at the health you started them with, and their item doesn't get used up. And importantly, the other one will not move to will not use its item unless it is threatened in health. It doesn't worry about the its partner in crime. In this case, though, I'm noticing that has 1124 on the weakest of the polymerization monsters. Also, if it gets down to their last action point, they will use that item. I don't know exactly what damage each one of these do. It's been a little bit of time since I've been here. But my guess is that I don't have 1124 in me in the next 3 turns. I know it's 3 turns, and I have 3 turns until the healing monster, that Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress there on the right, attacks. So I am going to go after it and try and see if I can't knock out that healing item. At only 895 health, I think I have a shot. So I think I get 3 turns. All my monsters get 1 more turn, as will the other 2 on his team, between now and then. And I think we can knock this out. 314. Maybe I did have 1100. So now, his blue and his orange will get their turn. And they will each attack me, or guard. That works too. And here we go. Now, I am going to go ahead and attack the blue. This is a risk, because if I get it down low and don't knock it out, it will polymerize. But I can't attack the orange because it's guarded, and that first attack would be used up, and we wouldn't be able to fuse it. Now, if it becomes orange's turn before I'm able to go again, it won't fuse. But if it's blue's turn, it probably will, assuming this doesn't knock it out, which I'm not actually sure if Big Insect will knock it out or not. It did, so we're safe from this one. As we saw, there were a great many teams that we are about to face, which is one of the reasons I wanted to bring in relatively stronger teams and not some of those ones with new monsters I just put in. Although I think I have Pegasus have a new monster that I just put in, so. That's all what we are. Here we go. Oh, we got last movement. So, like I said, it could have used polymerization there, but it needed its friend. So I'm going to actually wait over to get to the item and use a healing item on Hercules Beetle here to be somewhat healed up at the start of the next battle, and then I think I can knock him out and finish this off. And that's the power of those Beast Fangs and Legendary Swords and Spirit Arrows, or whatever they're called. Now I missed, so we have to try again. Please don't miss. I don't want to fight again. Thank you. Alright, there goes one. There goes one. Alright. So we're going to get a lot of experience on these. We want them up. I think... I know that if you completed one campaign, you're allowed to restart through. If you completed one, the monsters are level 31 at the start of the next campaign. So I'm going to take that as a, this is level you want to be at the end, is you want some of your monsters to be at level 31. Although for Kaiba, I'm not going to keep very many of these monsters into the next one. So you can see here we have blue medicine on Queen of Autumn Leaves, and then the polymerization over here. And at this point, I'm going to go after that one on the left. And by the way, that you notice that middle monster is on Mokuba's team, and it will fuse with the one on the left. But I believe that that one on the left is in Yugi's campaign. So we'd have to play through for a little bit before we can have that monster on our team and have the ability to fuse that. All right, so it's at 409 out of 911. I don't know for sure. I know that Shadow Ghoul will not knock it out. And then if it becomes its turn, I don't know for sure that it won't fuse. However, it would just be a one monster at this point in the game. We would just have wasted our first couple of attacks. They would essentially have wiped out their own team, their own monster. So if it fuses at this point, I'm okay. You really run into problems facing a polymerization team. Oh, I can knock it out, good. You really run into problems facing a polymerization team when they're able to use all their action points and then fuse. That's when you have issues. At this point, that would have just been the monster that was on the field, right? If no one else had been able to move before it came in. And hopefully that noise cancellation is doing its job there as my air conditioner is kicked in. I hope it is. So I don't know how many of the item I'm going for in this this time I'm going to be able to get, but they are rather expensive. But I need a lot of them. I need at least 3 of them. I like to have a lot of them. A lot. Knock out that healer. Come on, hit. Hit. There we go. There we go. All right. Perfect. We don't have a ton of space, and I don't know if they attacked or guarded. They might... Oh, no. That was a full power. All right, please be your turn. Because I should have healed on that. All right. Where do I sit on health? I'm going to weight it over heal big insect. And hope it goes to big insect, but even if it doesn't, I think I'm okay with plain dash hitting something. I don't think it's going to hurt too bad. No, it didn't. Alright, and here we go. Now here is one spot where you could change out to defend with someone else at this point. By the way, this is also a very easy mission to train with, so I'm going to try to point those out. If you think you're just too far down, or you want to spread out some experience and whatnot, you have 5 teams that are right on top of you, really easy to go, and especially that last one that'll come in from the bottom right is way far away. You can defeat the first 4 teams with marshals you are hoping to train and monsters you are hoping to train, and then evacuate the base, allow the 5th one to come in, you lose, you restart the mission, and you can do it all over again with new marshals or the same marshals, and you keep all that experience. Blue medicine. You keep all that experience at that point, so this is one of those missions that's really, really easy to train, and it's good for that. If you wish to do that. Now that would also be a little bit cheesy, but it's easier than, purposely playing poorly so that Kaiba's knocked out by the enemy or something like that. I just missed. This is going grand. Alright, well, let's get him down. Hope that he doesn't heal off of that. And see if we can knock him out. I think there's a good chance we're going to face a fusion on this. And at this point, with where we sit on everyone else, I'll probably just fight through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait with Hercules Beetle and Big Insect for the polymerization and try and heal with Shadow Ghoul. At least a little bit of stuff. Let's heal the Beetle. Probably heal Shadow Ghoul after that. And we're going to take our shot at knocking out the big gun. I don't know if it'll work or not. I don't know if we'll succeed, but I'm going to try. Heal big insect. And then it should go soon over to that orange one. That's what we're waiting on. Got a little bit unlucky there that it went to blue instead of orange. Oh, critical. Alright, so here we go. Polymerization! And now we face an entirely new monster. 6 action points. 3,100, which isn't too great, but it heals itself. Every time it gets a turn, it heals a little bit. And again, those 6 attacks cannot miss. Now, you can't put an item on a fused monster, right? So you don't have any of the power-ups that we can have. You can't have any healing items or anything like that. So, it is what it is and where it is, but it is a powerful, powerful monster. And we will utilize at least 1, if not 2, probably 2, polymerization monsters when we are all said and done with our final 8 or certainly final 10 teams. Or other monsters that we can have. You are a little bit in danger, though, that if a team is able to fight you off, it can be dangerous because one monster, you can focus all the attacks in, and one monster takes out 2 or even all 3 in some cases, depending on which polymerization you are utilizing. So I have a shot here. If this hits, I might be able to knock it out completely. There it is. Got it done. Splendid. Alright, Big Insect at level 20 got another action point, as did Hercules Beetle. That's very, very good. Now, I'm not really low on healing items, but I think I am going to try to get Weevil out and get some experience on Mokuba. I think that that's good. Oh, there's another one coming in way over there. I'm going to check again. I don't think there are any roaming monsters. There's no roaming monsters in this one, or for that matter, the next one. Alright, so this is us on this side, right? Alright, now this is not a polymerization team, so what do you have? You have a red medicine over here on Beast Kings of the Swamp, and then you just have some special guys here that don't do anything. So, this is a key moment in time. Shock Shell. Machine monsters can use this one, so the ones with the little wrench there. It boosts attack, and it confuses the enemy. If an enemy is confused, they cannot use an item. They also cannot use a special, but in this case, what matters is they cannot use an item. Meaning that even if he had gotten that attack right there, he would not have been able to use his red medicine. He would been forced to attack. That's all they can do, actually, is they can't even wait or guard or anything like that. They can only attack. So right now, I do not have to go finish him off. I can take the Water Girl, which has a stronger attack than the middle, and I can make sure I get all of the power from that, and have the middle go finish him off at another time later on, because he cannot heal. So that is one major reason to use Shock Shell or any other monster that has the effect of confusing the enemy. Oh, you waited. Interesting. Why didn't you guard? Now you can't do either. So yeah, they can't wait, they can't guard, they can't use a special, and they cannot use an item, and you missed. The confusion will wear off. But he can only heal one of them. So I'm going to go for the middle monster here. Hopefully that knocks it out. It did not... okay. So he's using its final attack now. The confusion did not wear off in time, which is great. Importantly, I will not be able to heal on any of these 5. So I need to try and get the middle one knocked out as quick as I can, as she still has 3 action points. And I would like them not to be used. But I have to use my 2 attacks to attack. So we're going to attack here in the middle, and I believe that the Magnet Warrior will be knocked out by his little guy who shoots a rainbow shots out of his stomach. But I need to knock out the healer, and I had to knock out those action points. So I had to attack with both of those, even though I think that Baphomet is my healer, if I'm remembering the team correctly. So there goes the Magnet Warrior, but that's okay. Mokuba will be able to come in again on the next attack. I could buy a healer and buy that back, but I'm trying to spend money on the other one. Okay, get in there. Ooh, just got in there in time, because that's not the same team. Mokuba would have been destroyed by this team. Okay, last polymerization team. Let's try to knock out the beast on the left. Otherwise, if he fuses, not the end of the world. We went over this in the last one with some of the strategy that I have on these teams. I'm going to actually wait and have him attack the healer, because it's not the end of the world if they fuse, but it is the end of the world if you medicine. Oh, come on. Well, let's fuse. Let's make sure they fuse. And I missed. Rotten luck. Alright, well, you've got to heal. We're going to have any shot at knocking out the fused monster. Now this will be interesting as we're staring straight down the barrel of having the fused monster with a healer on the field. So hopefully Hercules Beetle attacks before the Queen of Autumn leaves and her blue medicine. It did. Hopefully it hits. You missed. Of course you missed. Well, it is at least 3 attacks that did not get used from Baphomet, and you can see this new monster is very similar to the other one, except it doesn't have any of the special glitz and glamour. It is only 2400 attack, and the enemy is unable to dodge, again, but it does not have that healing ability of every turn healing itself. So, you missed again? They didn't blind you. What in the world is happening here? I'm going to attack you over here. I have gotten incredibly lucky to get 3 shots at this thing. Can you please knock it out? Thank you. Now, because of how many I had to use on that, I'm not entirely certain I'm going to be able to knock out this fused monster, but there is still a chance if I don't use any turns for healing. There is still a chance to knock it out because it will not get health back. But Weevil is definitely... it's actually not done because I have 14 blue medicines on that Shadow Ghoul, so I've got plenty of blue medicines. I could heal it back up and use it again if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Let's see... There is something to be said for keeping using Weevil, because he's such a good marshal. He gets so many of those points. He's incredibly good. Why is Weevil so good and Rex stink? Doesn't make any sense for the show. Alright, let's get you out. Let Mokuba face this one here. And then what to do about that one in the middle? Truly don't know on that front. This is called Aid from Afar. I wonder if they'll get reinforcements if I wait, or if we will. I don't think we get any new marshals after this. Alright, so we're just gonna try to knock this out. Easy peasy. He can't heal, so it's just a matter of action points and hitting. That's such a weird attack. Unfortunately, my Magnet Warrior will not get any experience for this fight, but them's the breaks. Should have brought Labyrinth Ruler, just simply for the concept of building things, but maybe not. There's also a concept that you go and you take out those 2 bases, get a little bit of gold, and then again lose the fight and come back with more gold if you're going to buy more of these things. But I will go through and I'll buy them as I can along the way. I'm not going to try and cheese any of that stuff for this. Alright, so where are we trying to go? We're trying to go there. So Mokuba, you head down here. Pegasus, you head that way. And Kaiba, you head this way. Pegasus will head off that team in the middle, knock that out, and then we won't have to worry about it. That's the goal. Then Pegasus will return to base. Kaiba will eventually be fighting the main force at the main base. The next one has something I could buy. The couple of things I could buy that I'll need eventually, but we're not going to deal with that just yet. Alright. I know that thing has red medicine. I'm going to try to get lucky with turns. And I think I got lucky. So now I'm going to have 2 shots to do 550 damage. I hope I can do that with the 2 monsters with the items that they have that are left. 338. And 377. It did work. Alright, he guarded on the left, so we need to attack the middle even though it has higher HP. And this is just going to be a matter of going through the motions. It could have sent Weevil in here, and he would have gotten a boost from being in the forest. At least some of the monsters he has. 2 of them would have gotten a boost from being in the forest, but obviously I did not choose to do that. Good critical hit there. I did like that. Did like that indeed. You missed. Don't like that. Now, we're going to have to stop Pegasus and turn him around. Because otherwise he'll just keep going after going past this team. And this one will come... Well, it'll come in and face Weevil. It would not come in and face Mokuba. If it had come in and face Mokuba, maybe I would have just let it go, but... It'll come in and face Weevil, and I need Mokuba, my discount guy, down there to get the discount. So... No, we'll turn Pegasus around, finish this guy off. Pegasus, go back home. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, here we go. And I can't believe he didn't get a chance to move at 158 health. They always get a chance to move when you're down that low. Victory! For Pegasus and for Tigrex, who only got to level 4 at the end of that fight. And there they go. So now, Mokuba. Equipment. Trade Union, 1150. Jesus. Oh, here's the age from Afar. Yugi, Kaiba, I'm here to save you. Yugi? What are you doing here? I'll tell you later. Leave half of the enemy to me. I don't remember asking for any help. But at least we have a chance against the enemy now. Indeed, we do. So what Yugi will do there is he'll take some of the enemies so they can't respawn against you. I mean, we've already defeated them. It's timer based. It's not a case of he comes in when they're all defeated, and plays the savior, but it still is a little bit interesting. So what I'm going for here is this one, Diane Keto, the Cure Master. The talisman of the Diane Keto, the Cure Master, when used, it fully restores the life points of all team members. It is a single item that is a red medicine for your entire team. It also heals status conditions. I can only get 2, which is a shame, but that is okay. Alright, Kaiba, go in here. When I run polymerization teams, particularly polymerization teams where all 3 monsters are polymerizing together, which is what I typically do when I run those, such as one we will get completely in the Kaiba campaign and one we'll have at the end of the Yugi campaign, which is actually a reason not to be using that monster and training it up, is because that's not really one to do if you're not going to play much after completing the 2 campaigns. But anyway, I like to have each one have a polymerization and each one have a Dianketo, so that you start each, you can on the last turn attack, heal everybody, and then polymerize, and you start the next battle at full health, no matter what, as if they had done all that work and it's just nothing. But Dianketo is really, really a morale killer for the enemy, and you guarded. You had the most action points. I was going to go for you. Alright, blue medicine is over here, and it's only blue. Let's go after the blue medicine guy over here if I can't knock out the action points. And it might get his turn, and he might get the blue medicine off, but it won't heal all the way. Yep, he gets the heal off. That's fine. Perfectly fine. As long as I hit 2, we should do it, although maybe not. This might leave him with a sliver of health. It did 8! 8! My goodness, 8! I'm gonna go ahead and knock out that healer, although we do have to worry about how low our giant has gotten. So now, as long as that worm has not guarded, and I don't believe that the last time he moved he guarded, he's the only one with action points left, so we need to go after him. Now, I think all 3 of Kaiba's monsters have red medicine. Could be wrong about that. Oh, but you didn't even attack the giant. How much damage do you do? 323. We are safe for another turn. As long as he doesn't get a crit, he can attack that giant and not have it matter. So let's go ahead and risk that. Because if we can knock it out, then we're good. And we have done so. Now we have 3 shots at this guy, and we might be able to take it out completely. And end this on one single shot. And that is that. There we go. Bye-bye. Kaiba continues to get stronger, although I wish the marshals leveled up faster than they do. That's one thing about this game that's really striking, is just how slow the marshals are in comparison to the monsters. Gwa! Forgive me, please, Master Scott. No! Good, now we've got our way out. Split up and retreat. Everybody, you know where to go. We'll meet up there later. So finally we have escaped Scott. Or have we? Uh-oh. I must have gotten separated from my brother. Gee, you sound worried, Mokuba. Ah, it's Scott. You took good care of me when I was working at Kaiba Corp. You gave me special attention, didn't you, Mokuba? If it hadn't been for you and your brother, I probably wouldn't be here today. What do you mean? And he's going to use his eyes of hypnosis. You're coming with me, my little friend. And that is that. 1,471 gold. And the next one, going at the distance. But we will do that one in the next one. We gotta set it up first. Kaiba and Yugi break through Scott's line and decide to make a stand at the Gigan Strip Straits against their pursuers. Scott's army shows visible signs of fatigue. Countless battles have taken their toll. Kaiba must strike now. Kaiba will bear the brunt of the attack, while Yugi and his forces sneak around and attack the enemy from behind. They may be tired, but Scott's army is still massive. Kaiba and his forces will have to hold out until Yugi comes. No, we won't. But we'll worry about that one in the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please do like, please do comment, please do subscribe down below. All that really does help. And I'll see you next time.